right, welcome everybody. We are here at our Saturday morning live text blitzing. We have a bunch of awesome teammates getting ready to use their phones and getting our thumbs ready for some texting. So just in case you haven't seen the new consultant training that I recorded, it does train you on this very process, and this is sort of the live version of us doing it. But I'm just going to go over some of the absolute basics very quickly for the first 5 minutes to catch anyone up who hasn't seen this. So let me go back. This is the training. There's a recording of it. You can watch it at your own time, but I'm going to do very briefly. So we're really talking about launching. We're in a pre-launch phase at VIV right now. We're not even live, so you guys all have a head start on everybody else right now, on the rest of the world. So these are just some basic business building activities that you really need to be doing on a daily basis to be able to launch a business. And this is going to be from the day you sign up, and then years and years from now when we're all, rank advanced and hanging out on beaches, we're still going to be letting people know about this stuff. So about 15 to 30 minutes a day of texting or reaching out to people. Some people like time frames. Some other people like choosing how many texts to make a goal. So I was talking to a woman yesterday who's extremely, she's been successful before, and her goal, she's committed to 20 texts a day. So 20 reach outs per day. Sounds like a lot, but when you realize the invaluable time frame we have here with a pre-launch, it doesn't sound so out of the realm of possibility. So however you need to do that, it's a very basic business building activity. 30 minutes daily of reading, personal growth study. The best times to do this is not during business building times, but it would be right before you fall asleep in the evening for 15 minutes, and then right when you wake up in the morning for the first 15 minutes. Weekly, on a weekend, which is why we're getting together to do this, you should really be focusing a lot on the text blitzing because people are home, and you get more, get more on the weekends. Monday nights, corporate hosts something monthly. Make sure to attend a physical meeting, something live, and there's tons of them in your area. And then yearly, you want to commit to a company event. These are the tips that we're going to be using today. Tips on connecting. Keep it short and simple. We're not trying to close the deal. We're trying to pique people's curiosity about what we're up to. At least 10 texts a day. No shortcuts. Don't be posting on social media and things like that. The goal is to get to the appointment. So the goal of everything that we're doing today is to pique someone's curiosity and either show them a short video, get them on one of our VIV socials. I'll show you how to do that. Get somebody to a live meeting. It's just to get somebody to the next escalation. Follow up is key. Don't just text someone and leave them hanging. Don't explain. Even if they ask, don't explain. Don't send the link before you've had some kind of human connection with the person. Use your downtime. So many people look at a half hour a day like, I'm so busy, Jen, and I already do all these things. How am I going to do a half hour a day of texting? Well, you're going to do it in the 10 minutes that you're sitting there waiting at the doctor's office. You're going to do it for 5 minutes when you're going to pick the kids up at school. You're going to find those in between times, or if you're a real organized person and you work good with schedules, then you're going to put it into your schedule for when you're going to do that. But we know life happens, so, and don't be judged. Oh, I'm getting a question already. Let's see. Oh, echoing. Okay. Well, let me try some other audio. I'm going to try dialing in through my cell phone.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, maybe it was just the PowerPoint being up.
Yeah, that's clear now.
Okay. Well, then I'm just going to keep it. You guys can still see it, right? So.
I'm finally on.
Hey, you're finally on. Is that Maurice? Hey, Maurice, welcome.
What's going on?
What's up, buddy? And we do have Lisa Ben here with me, another teammate. We're down in sunny Southwest Florida. Sorry, everyone in the Northeast. It is gorgeous here today. If you can see our view, it's nice and lush. But hey, we love what we do, so we text while we're at the pool and the beach and all kinds of stuff. So that's the tips on connecting. So the way this is going to work is we're all going to have our phone, and we're going to begin contacting people. So if this is your first time, just know that in this business, you are going to have to contact people. They're not going to miraculously know that you're doing a new business. They are not going to come calling you saying, hey, I heard you're doing something. What is that? It's ultimately up to you to be able to do that. Am I echoing? Yeah, I'm going to try to mute every. I don't know. How's this? Maybe I'm too close?
Nope.
Still echoing.
All right. Let me try different audio. Guys. Bear with me. I'm going to dial in on my phone and see if that's better. Everyone should be getting their lists up, get your phones out, start getting ready. Get your notebooks for keeping track. Real fun so far. Technical issues. Fun of a live. And if you've done this before, you can start texting. Sorry.
Aw.
Is this any better, guys?
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, then here we go. Still a touch of an echo. Let's try to get through. Yeah, go off speaker.
Wow.
Am I still echoing?
No, it sounds good.
Oh, all right. Well, then I'm going to just sit like this, and apparently I'm not going to text that well.
Oh.
It's okay. Don't worry. I'll get my 2 hours of texting in. Don't you know it? So we're going to start with some little reach outs. Does anyone have any questions? I know some of you have done this before, so you're probably off and running with your text. I'm going to challenge. First 1 to 10 texts gets, I don't know what yet, but some kind of glory. So let me know. But if anyone has questions, we're just reaching out and saying very light, breezy, hope all's well, wanted your opinion on a business idea. Something I want to mention is A-list are those people that you feel somehow, I don't want to say intimidated by per se, but someone that you view as more successful than you. And so for those folks, you're going to ask them their opinion and mention that, since you're successful in business, or I know that you're, a great networker. Those are the types of things you want to say to them. And then as far as your peer group, which is your B list and your friends and family and people that you know and you're friends with that you view as a peer, you're really just leaving it as light and breezy as want to run something past you, new business idea, would love to meet or jump on a phone or Skype or Zoom. So it's really something as simple as that. I gave you a bunch of different options here. So I can read you some of mine from last week. And then this whole session is designed so that obviously we're making these reach outs because this is what we need to be doing on a daily basis. You might not be spending an hour every day, but you're certainly going to be spending at least 15 minutes to a half hour every day doing this. And so this is designed to be interactive so that if you get a response, let us know so we can hear how it's going. I know last week, I think it was Lisa, she did 8 texts and you got 4 appointments? She did 8 texts last Saturday while we were doing this, and she got 6 appointments from it. So, and what you guys are going for, that's perfect. Cindy's saying that someone asked, what's the product? And she immediately asked if they had a quick minute to talk on the phone. answered not interested. Oh, what was your first text, Cindy, when you first reached out? I think she's typing. Let me know what the first thing you said was. Yeah. Oh, I have it up on the screen. All the little. No. Well, Cindy, if you can hear me, just asking you what the first text was that you sent to him.
Excuse me.
Okay, Cindy asked, would you be interested in some money on the side? Okay, so that might be why he's not responding excellently. What we recommend, is this someone that you know? Is this someone that you're kind of friends with, or what's the relationship? No, you don't know them? Okay, how, do you have their number?
Hear me?
Oh, hi, Cindy. Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi, everybody. Basically, what I've been doing is going through LinkedIn.
Okay, I gotcha. What about your warm market? Do you have contacts in your warm market that you could be reaching out to? Because LinkedIn is a lot tougher with cold market. It takes a while to transition a relationship into something, viable through a completely cold market. But it can be done, and we could definitely talk about that. But do you have people that you can get in touch with, friends, family, people you work with, your network?
I've been doing those too.
Oh, great. Okay. So in terms of LinkedIn, what I would recommend, and this goes for all social media, that when you don't know someone, is do not immediately, once you connect with them, go for the, are you interested in making a side income? I would always start with trying to build a relationship. Just saying, hey, thank you so much for connecting. I love networking with people, professionals. What exactly is it that you do? Question mark. And then hopefully he'd respond, oh, I'm da-da-da-da-da, well, we should network sometime. I'd love to tell you about what I do, and I'd love to hear what you do. That's going to be the way that you're going to get someone to respond. Definitely not just, are you interested in making money on the side? That's kind of people feel like they're being pitched, or I just saw someone post the other day that they got a response. Somebody inboxed them from Facebook and just said, hi, are you interested in a side income if it doesn't interfere with what you're already doing? And no matter how much we want to be able to just do that to hundreds of people and hopefully someone will respond, it's much better off going to the person's profile, looking at a couple of things that they've posted or what their job description is, and say, hey, it looks pretty interesting. You mentioned you're in real estate or networking. I'd love to hear a little about what you do. How long have you been at that job? Here's a great slide I have on that. So this is specifically talking about, hold on, that's a duplicate. So right here, it's your warm market. Obviously, if you know these people, make comments on their life. If you don't know someone, this is about a Facebook group, but this holds true for LinkedIn. You are going to want to find something in common that you have with the person, or something in their profile on LinkedIn that caught your attention. They look like they're a professional, or you were interested in their job description, or you saw that they went to this school for college and your son went there. You have to find something to strike up a conversation and build a little bit of relationship first. And then I think you'd have a great success, Cindy, if you just spent a few minutes making it a touch personalized and just kind of asking a couple of basic questions about what they do for work. Like right here, it says, what do you do for work? How long have you been doing that? You must love it, huh? Or have you ever thought of doing anything else? These questions are going to help lead you to someone asking you, well, what do you do? And that's when you have now a little bit of a relationship, and someone would be more than happy to check out maybe a 15-minute video. And I'll leave this up on the screen for a bit so you guys can see how that looks.
Jenna, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi.
I can.
My name's Kathy. I know that my abbreviation's up there, but I'm Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi. My cousin lives in New Jersey. I'm out on Long Island, and she wanted to do a Zoom or a Skype meeting. I don't really know how to set that up. Would you be able to help me another time? I don't know if now's the right time or.
Sure, absolutely. I would be happy to help you.
Great, thank you.
I'll just tell you real quickly, this technology is super easy. The first thing you want to do is just go to Zoom and just go to, I think it's zoom.us, and just set yourself up a free account.
Okay.
And once you do that, we'll get together and I'll train you on it.
Great, thank you so much.
Of course, no problem. So how are we doing, everybody? Are we getting some responses? How's it going?
They're going out.
All right. I'll read you a couple of mine so you guys can understand a little bit about what I've been saying. Oh, and if you have, if you're not speaking, if you kind of have a noisy background, maybe just mute yourself out. Okay, so last week I reached out to a contact of mine who's a real estate agent. I just said, I saw him the other day, and I just said, hey, I forgot to tell you the other day when I saw you, I'm launching a new business. I know you're killing it with real estate, but would love you to get your thoughts from one entrepreneur to another. He said, sure, I love talking business. I work every Saturday or Sunday, but I'm always around. Call me or just stop in. Anyway, we went back and forth. I jumped on the phone with him for about 10 minutes, told him I was super excited to be starting a business, very kind of briefly and in general told him what I was up to, and then asked him if he'd be willing to jump on and take a look at a 15-minute video that describes what the business is and give me his thoughts and feedback. That I really, appreciate his opinion, because he not only owns an awesome store, he's also a real estate agent, so he's definitely entrepreneurial. And he said, wow, I would love to. I'm so thankful you thought of me. So there we go. That's how it's done. So the text is just a little bit of a, going back and forth, trying to get somebody to jump on the phone with you, meet you for a quick cup of coffee. You just want to catch them up. See, the mistake people make is that they text and they say, oh, hey, I'd love to send you a video. Would you watch it? They're going to say yes, because someone and it's easy on text just to say yes, but they're not going to watch it. It's going to go in their email and they're not going to watch it. If you talk to them, you need that human interaction first, that you're taking it seriously enough to carve out time and make an appointment to talk to them. They're going to take it seriously enough and reciprocate that by looking at what you're asking. Sometimes, right here, you don't have to mention the business right away. You might just be reestablishing communication. That might be what it is for the beginning. So you might not be going right in for the business kill. You might be just saying, hey, what's up? I haven't talked to you in a long time. How are things? I don't even know what's going on in your life. Catch me up. So again, this is the business. And if we're not doing this on a regular basis, unfortunately, we don't really have any hope of becoming successful. And especially in a pre-launch, this is the time when we should be leveraging all these types of activities. So how are we doing? Anybody getting any responses so far?
I just got a response. If you remember Blue Star Aquaculture.
I do.
I just got a response from David Milos. He says, I have 25 inches of heavy snow. He's living in Vermont now. I have 25 inches of heavy snow to deal with this morning. Let's shoot for tomorrow. Once I get done, I will send you a few time options. Thanks for making contact.
Perfect. That's how it's done, Matt. I mean, it's as simple as, again, reaching out and just asking how people are, seeing what they're up to. So I want you to understand that once you get on the phone with someone, your job is to passionately and just quickly explain why you're so excited that you're launching a business. If they really ask what it's about, you could just say something general, like it's about making people's lives better. It's kind of things we do every day, like using energy and a couple other services. But what I'm most interested in is having you take a look at one of our videos that we use. I really would like your opinion on it. I'm not going to do it justice here sitting on the phone. So at this point, you're going to be asking them something. You're either going to ask them to watch a video, and I'm going to show you the different options you have for that, just in case you don't know where our tools are. One of the things about being a leader is knowing where all your tools are. That's something very, very important. So one of the places this is located, we have a pre-launch website for VIV. And if you go down here, the VIV social calendar of events, you're going to see all the live meetings that are taking place. These are all live meetings. You could look for one in your area. There are going to be VIV socials next week. They're not up here yet, but a VIV social is the business overview online. So they're going to be Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. So you can use those to say, hey, listen, our company runs these quick business overviews. They're about 30 minutes. Let me know which one you're jumping on. I'm going to jump on with you. That's key. You're going to jump on with them. So you can use these. I don't recommend going straight for a meeting invitation. I mean, some people are willing to, and if they're willing to go, great. Some people need to know a little bit about what it is before they're willing to do an in-person, hour-and-a-half commitment of driving to a meeting and things like that. So I recommend showing them a very short video first. And then if they're interested, then you have a really good prospect at a meeting who's now taking a second look at it. The other resources that we have here, so those are the live events. Also, posted tools. So this is Rob doing a VIV social. It's 21 minutes. It's the business overview. You can go to this and get the link and send. So you would just click on it if you don't know how to do this. Click share, and you can copy that link and send it directly to someone. Again, this is after you've spoken to them and they've agreed and committed to watching this with you, preferably on the phone or in person. So that's another one. And then I have recorded some resources. You go to YouTube, search Jenna Emily, VIV. And this is our text blitzing from last week. This is a consultant training. This is a 15-minute overview. Very short. If you're with someone in person, you can get together with them for a half hour, catch up a little, put this on your computer, have a few minutes to catch up after. And then this is a 35-minute. This is a little bit longer. These are 2 compensation plan resources. If your prospect says, wow, I am interested, but I need a little bit more on the compensation plan because I'm a numbers person, then you can show them one of these tools. So those are kind of your tools. Your posted video tools, if you want to send someone a link or watch something with them, or again, on the VIV side of things, you just simply go to the pre-launch and they're posted here. But again, don't ever send somebody something you have not watched. If you haven't watched it, you cannot send it out because you don't know how to use that tool if you haven't watched it. So make sure you watch these things so you know what you're doing. I'm sitting here with Lisa Ben, and she's got 2 responses already. Do you want to tell them what you're getting?
Yeah. So I sent out one inviting someone to a meeting that I'm hosting, and he got back and said, unfortunately, we can't, but I would love to chat and learn more info about your biz. So I sent back a text and said, what would be a good time for us to chat? And I told him when I was free, so I'm waiting for his response. The other one is a woman who is deaf. So I asked her when we could FaceTime so I could talk to her about a new business. And she said, that sounds awesome. I'm busy all weekend, but we'll FaceTime next week. So 2 positive. Yay.
All right, Lisa. And Lisa is an interpreter, so that is how she can speak with someone on FaceTime. Good point. How are we doing, everybody? Is anybody getting some responses here?
Not yet, Jenna, but I'm sending them out fast and furiously.
Awesome.
Well, part of my problem is I'm a slow texter because I have neuropathy, so I've only gotten 4 texts out so far. But
yeah, you know what? Slow and steady wins the race, buddy.
That's right. That's right. So I probably won't have a lot of responses before we're done, but I'll have a lot of responses before the day is out.
Honey, you keep plugging along. You're doing awesome. You keep plugging along, my friend. I wanted to show you guys something else while we're here. I did up this. I sent this to, nope, that's my to-do list. How boring is that? Nobody wants to see my to-do list. Oh, Lisa got an appointment. Congratulations. So this is how I track who I'm calling. Now, obviously, these are fake names. So this is how I track what I'm doing business-wise. My sheet is actually, I'm on like 100 and something because I do a good amount a day. So I just have name, date, phone number, email, contacted, question mark. So did I contact them? Yes, I contacted John Smith via text. Did I show him the business? Whether that's a meeting, a video, something. That's not me telling them about the business. Is there a follow-up? You know, maybe we need to jump on the phone, maybe whatever, and then outcome. So I've made these outcomes up, but a lot of times it looks like something like this. We set up a call. We're meeting for coffee. Became a consultant. Not interested now. Wants to be a customer when we go live. So this is a great one. I did email this to everybody who participated last week in the webinar. If you would like this, just let me know and I'll go ahead and send it over as well. You're free to copy this and just plug your own names in. And again, some people just use a notebook. Don't get caught up in this process, but for me, I like this because it's just easy for me to understand, and it keeps everything, and you can sort by state. You know, I can easily take a look at everything that I have to do. I'm always looking at this follow-up and this outcomes column to make sure I have all these little meetings plugged into my calendar and things like that.
Jenna, this is Matt. I missed last week's meeting, but I would like a copy of this. I mean, you know, at least a template.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna actually go ahead and just take the liberty of sending this because I get a list of the email participants who jumped on here. As long as you put your email in. If you didn't put your email in when you registered, I don't have it. So you're gonna have to email me and ask for it. I'll read you guys a couple more of mine while we're waiting so you can start getting a feel for how this looks. And sometimes I've never heard back from the person, and that's fine. I'm not going to stalk them. Here's another thing. Hey girl, this is a woman I know from, I'm a medicinal aromatherapist, and she is a friend of mine that I met at a training. She lives out in Sedona. So I said, hey girl, how are you? Let's catch up. I want to hear all about what you've been up to. Let me know a good time next week. And she says, hey, would love to connect. Tuesday is best, I said, yay, Tuesday morning. Anyway, we jumped on the phone and I just asked her question after question. What's been going on? How's your life? And this is our phone call. How are things going? And she just talked and talked and talked. And unfortunately, she got, someone knocked at her door. It was a neighbor. She had to go do something. And she said, Jenna, I'm so sorry. I want to hear what you're up to too, but I have to go. Can we talk again? I said, absolutely. I would love to. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Love it. So it's not always perfect. Don't be thinking about people as a human target. Your goal isn't just to get them that video or else it's not. Your literal goal is to connect with human beings in a genuine, sincere way, share some information you're excited about a new business that you're launching. Think of it this way. This is your new business. You don't have a physical location to do a grand opening. So this is your way to do your grand opening. You're just going to say, listen, I'm launching a business, or I have a business idea, or just got started in a brand new business and would love to get your feedback. And then once you jump on the phone with someone, again, that's the time when you're just catching up a little bit, hearing about what they have been doing. And if you do this properly, they will ask you, well, what have you been up to? Well, what's this new business about? So those are some tips for that. And if you feel uncomfortable with this, like if the thought of talking to someone on the phone is making you feel anxious, get with your up team for some training. That's okay. But that's something you've got to work through because this entire business is about reaching out to people and talking to them for a few minutes and getting a tool in front of them. You never have to do the explaining. You just have to be a master at connecting with people and then, you know, transitioning them to see something about the business. So that went great. We have another call scheduled. I'm just gonna keep reading you some that go back and forth. This is a person I haven't talked to in a really long time, so it was relationship building. I just said, I just saw your name in my phone and wanted to say hello. Hope all's fantastic. What have you been up to? Oh my goodness, so great to hear from you. You know, so we're starting to go back and forth a little bit. And this is someone that I haven't talked to in a long time, so it would be a little awkward to say, hey, I'm launching a business. I mean, I want to catch up with them a little bit before I start talking about that. So let's go back to here so you guys can continue to use these little scripts if necessary. Same thing goes for Facebook, guys. You see a friend on Facebook. A lot of times you can't text because you don't have someone's phone number. If you are reaching out to message someone, never put the link on Facebook. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to watch it. Never inbox your friend a link and say, watch this. It looks like spam. They probably think someone hacked your account and they're not even going to look at it. It's a shortcut, and we cannot use shortcuts. So if we don't take it seriously, if we're just throwing darts in the air, hoping it'll hit something, that's how people are going to take it. But if you take pride in this, you're excited about it, you share your passion with people. The way I do this on Facebook is I will inbox someone and say, hey, I just saw that you started a new business. What are you doing? I didn't know you were into real estate. That's so exciting. Well, tell me about it. I'd love to catch up. But I don't even have your phone number. You know, I say that a lot. I can't believe, we're pretty close friends. I've known you for a long time on Facebook, but I guess I don't even have your phone number. That's another good way to get, some contact information from people, or simply just be keyed into your network. Start commenting on people, noticing what they're doing, seeing that maybe they're saying they're struggling, seeing if they're stressed out all the time because they don't have time, seeing what their kids are up to, seeing where they're going on vacation. Key into your network and make it personal. The more personal you make this, again, you're building relationships. You're not just using people as a human target, hoping what you say is going to, our job isn't to get a consultant. It's of no value to us. It's just kind of, get someone signed into the business or convince them, or there's nothing magically perfect you're going to say. That your job is simply to connect your network with the company's information, one of these presentations, a live meeting, something, and let them make the decision. There's nothing else you can do. So your job is to become a master connector, a master networker, and a master at building relationships with people and being friendly and light and never making someone feel pressured to do something. I've heard strategies out there talking about, I need, 10 more customers to hit a goal and help me, please, please, please. That puts people in a difficult position. I think sometimes that gives our industry a bit of a bad name. If you seem real desperate, I think people feel like pressured, and it's that ick factor that people don't want to deal with. So don't be that person that corners your family and friends at meetings. This is another important thing. If you run into somebody, how many of us are out and about picking the kids up at school? You run into the, other parents. You're at the store in town and you see a bunch of people that you know. This is same rules apply. Oh my God, it's so great to see you. Are you still working for that company? Are you still this and that and this? Hey, actually, you know what? You crossed my mind the other day because I'm launching a business and I want to run the idea past you. And they're going to say, well, what is it? And you're going to say, well, not here. I mean, we're in line at the store. I'm not going to sit here and tell you about it. Or let's just set up an appointment either in person or let's jump on the phone for 10, 15 minutes. I'd love to run it past you. When can we, again, right here, when can we grab a coffee or jump on a phone, jump on a Zoom? So same rules apply. Do not tell people about this in person. If you're at a company happy hour and you're visiting with people, do not talk about it there. Just don't be that person. Don't be that person that traps people in a social situation and blabs about some new business. Use that time to say, I'm really excited about it, but now's not the time. We're enjoying ourselves. We're having some social time, but I would love to, offline set up about 10, 15 minutes so I can just run something past you. I really would love it because I know you're an entrepreneur. I know you're successful. I know blah, blah, blah. So
Jenna?
hopefully all this is sense. Yes.
I'm noticing the number of people that I'm texting. I'm just going through my phone, and I'm noticing the number of them are people that I met at like county fairs or sustainability fair, green fairs, things like that.
Yep.
And they all had other businesses or whatever. So I just sent someone, hi, Luke. I was a Viridian associate and we met at a few events. I'm sure he'll remember me because we did meet at more than one. I am looking at new business and I would like to get your take. Is there a time we could talk? So.
Excellent, Matt, that's perfect. And again, if the person is, always remind them, obviously, of your connection if it's someone a little bit more further than a friend or someone you used to work with or something, and that's perfect. Matt is doing it in context. He's reminding them how they know each other, and then he's simply just asking for someone's opinion. People love giving opinion, and I just want to point out, Maurice just hit 10 packs. Woo-hoo!
Yay!
You are getting accolades. I can't wait till I have some swag I can give out when somebody does. For now, you're gonna have to take a big smile and some clapping. We don't even have these swag yet.
Can I ask you about something here? I texted somebody who I was in touch with a long time ago, and I've been watching on Facebook and moved down to Florida. So I reached out and I said, hey, it's Tish. Hope you're enjoying Florida. And he said, hi, life is good. How are you doing? I said, doing well, thanks. What are you doing down there? And he said, Uber and real estate. So I just want to know what would be the best way of saying something like, are you into adding something else, or are you open, or what's a good way of wording it?
Yeah, I would say, wow, so impressive. What an entrepreneur. Something like, you don't have to take my words exactly, just giving you kind of a, and then you can make it your own. But I would say, wow, good for you. What an entrepreneur. I'm actually launching a business and I would love your opinion on it. Since you're doing so many cool things, would you be willing to jump on the phone with me for 10, 15 minutes? I could give you a quick update and we can catch up.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, I would keep it like that. I think when you say something like adding something else, that could potentially sound overwhelming. Always keep it about, this is another sort of, there's a lot of different philosophies out there, and I'm not here to tell you that network marketing can be done one way or another. There's a lot of people out there that say you should make it about the person. Like if they have a lot of kids and they're stressed out with their job, that you should say things like, wow, I know you're really stressed out. Let me show you a way where I don't like that strategy at all. You're making assumptions and judgments about someone's life, and I don't think they appreciate it very much. Like, don't tell me that my life is stressed out. You're not like my savior. I prefer to keep it about me. I'm launching a business that I'm excited about. I just want to run it past you. It might not be for you, but hey, you're already doing all these cool side gigs like Uber and real estate, and so you're a perfect person to give me some feedback on it. So I would never make it about them, like saying, hey, would you be interested in adding something additional? I would always just say, hey, would you help me out and give me your opinion, because you're already doing all these cool things. And that way it takes pressure right off. You're not making any assumptions about their life, because again, I've seen people like, I know you work a 9-to-5 job, and I know that you've been frustrated at that job, so I'd really like to show you a way that I could get you out of there. I'm not a big fan of that strategy. I just think that's kind of judgy. And nobody's like, I wouldn't like that if someone was like, well, I can say my life sucks or my job is terrible, but don't you tell me that.
Right.
And I know that's not what you're doing. I'm just, that's not what you were doing at all. But it just reminded me of something, of how there are strategies that are teaching that kind of method, to listen for the problem in someone's lives and then try to fix it. I don't think people appreciate that at all. I think that's like a turn off, and that's where people get sort of an icky feeling about this kind of industry.
They get defensive.
Yeah, they get defensive. It immediately puts someone on the defense.
Right.
When you say, I'm launching a business, I want your feedback, I want to run this past as many people as possible, because I need to hear, the good, the bad, the ugly, what people like about it, what people don't like about it. Just let me know. You won't hurt my feelings.
Right.
I just gather some information.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, no, good job. All right, Maurice, he said Thursday his hairdresser are going to set a meeting time while he gets his haircut. I like it. Good job. That's it, my friends. And I know it's not always easy. And the reality of network marketing and what we do, which is relationship-based marketing and referral-based marketing, is that it's not difficult. It's not hard. But I think sometimes internally we build it up to be something that it's not, which is why doing it in this way with a bunch of people around you, you're safe. People aren't going to bite your head off. They're going to be happy to hear from you. If you do it in the right way, you're going to get excellent responses because you're keeping it light and breezy. You're asking for people's opinions. You have an abundance mentality, which means this person isn't going to make or break you because you've already got 15 other people that you're texting back and forth with. So if you keep that abundance mentality, if you only text one person a day, you're kind of banking on that person. And that's a lot of pressure for you and for them. So just keep the pipeline full of connections and contacts and people and keep track of it and follow it through to completion. I think this is another thing that people make the mistake of is they get into these scenarios, they show somebody a video, and then they kind of just let it hang. I've been guilty of this. I don't teach anything that I haven't either screwed up and figured out over time the hard way that there's a better way, or I've gotten really good coaching and I know, do not let the contacts hang until there is some type of resolution. So as we go back to this sheet over here, you have to have an outcome in this column or else it doesn't even count. So the outcome, again, could be they're not interested. The outcome could be they canceled for our first phone call, set up a second phone call. I mean, this could be like a running list of follow-ups, and that's totally normal. Just know that about half the people you book an appointment with, whether it's in person or on the phone, are going to cancel. Something came up. Here's a perfect example. I have another woman that I'm going back and forth with. And this is exactly, if I can find it, I have all kinds of texts. I initially just said, hey there, I bought a gift certificate from her over the holidays. Hey there, thanks so much for the gift card. Didn't know if you heard that I'm launching a new business. I would love to run it past you quick. If you have a few minutes next week, let me know. Oh my God, so exciting. Would love to hear about it, maybe Tuesday. Went back and forth, set up an appointment. She said, sorry, my day got so crazy. Can we try again? I said, no problem, da, da, da. And then, hey there, my day changed again a bit. It's fine. You know what I mean? I'm light and breezy. Like, of course, I'm super flexible. Let's shoot for that. So now we have an appointment Monday at 1 to talk about it. So this isn't going to be a perfect scenario. You're going to have a lot of these looping conversations, which is so important that you keep track of where you are in the process with people so you don't lose that momentum. And after they see something, whether it's a 15-minute video, the half-hour video, no matter what that is, you have to ask them for the close. And this doesn't have to be scary. This is just, hey, listen, you're either feeling it or you're not. And again, use your own words. You don't have to say feeling it. That's not how you normally talk. You're either feeling it or you're not. It's not going to hurt my feelings either way. You're kind of either in or out. And if they say, hey, I would like a lot more information, be like, well, I can get you a couple things, but to be honest, we're in pre-launch. There's not that many more things to get you right now. We're really just looking for people who see this concept and want to run with it. Hey, maybe I can check back with you in 6 months when our products are up and running. No problem. I'll put you on that list. So know that even if someone says no to the business, the only way you're going to get to that resolution is if you ask that question. And if they say they're not interested in the business, then say, would you mind me getting in touch with you to become my customer? I would love your support, and hopefully from what you've seen, you feel at least comfortable supporting this awesome company that's out there doing social good and making people's lives better. You will get a customer if you're doing this properly. And then the other one that's kind of similar is, hey, this either resonates with you or it doesn't, or this is either for you or it's not. No worries. Are you in or out? What do you think? And if they say they're out, say, listen, I appreciate your time so much that you've given me taking a look at this. If you can think of anybody that you think this would be good for, please let me know or send them my way. I'm always looking for referrals. Super excited about this, looking to partner with great people. So, I mean, those are just some tips. You have to get to that point. You have to push it to the either no or yes and be confident with that. And I feel like this verbiage is the easiest, most professional, but light way to do that. Hey, you're either feeling it or you're not, and that's okay either way. I totally get it. Just let me know so that I can, follow up with you, or I can get you more information, or I can stop bugging you. No worries. Just let me know which one. And I'll tell you, this is how I run my business. Quite honestly, this is what I do. This is what I've done in my career previously in the same type of industry that led me to massive amounts of success. I just reached out to everyone I knew excitedly, barely told them anything, just shared my excitement about what I was about to do. and ask them if they would take a look at something or if they would come with me, not meet me, come with me to a meeting. So again, what we're doing today is simply to get you to that next step, that next little escalation. So, all right, team, how are we doing? And please, anybody, let me know what kind of responses, or let me know your tips. I know some of you have built amazing businesses as well, and your tips are just as valuable as mine, for sure. I certainly don't know everything.
I sent out a text to someone who had been very interested in the previous company and then at the last minute pulled back. And so I sent him a little text. I said, hey, Drew, we met at the restaurant where he works a while back, and you were also doing real estate. Hope it's going well. Would like your opinion on a new business idea. Can we chat next week? Hi, Joanne. Sure. Great to hear from you. I'm curious. So now I'll
now that's okay. You hear what she just said? I'm curious. That is exactly where you want to leave someone. You just want to give them a tiny appetizer. You don't want to give them the whole 12-ounce steak. Just give them a tiny little appetizer, leave them hungry, leave them curious, and then professionally set the appointment to get them a little bit more information. And if you do that each time, I'm telling you, it is an art, and it takes a touch of time to get used to that rhythm of how to do it. But once you practice a little bit in this type of environment, and I urge you all, do this with your team. This is something that you can duplicate and you could replicate. You don't have to wait for me to run these. Jump on with your own team. I'll share these slides with anybody that wants them, so you can have this up in the background. I did not create this as some kind of, just for me, because what we're doing here in the pre-launch is we are trying to get 4 teammates. That is your laser focused goal, is to bring in 4 people right now. If you can bring 4 people in and help those 4 get 4, you are pretty much going to be in the running for the structure of Pacesetter, which is a very excellent mid-level leadership rank, and it's going to help you open up a lot of parts of the compensation. So just think in 4s, okay? So you want to find 4, and as soon as you find 4, help those 4 find 4. If one of your 4 is like never calls you back after they sign the form, go find another one. That doesn't count as one of your 4. You need 4 people that are showing some interest in the business, jumping on things like this, inviting other people, and just know that's life. It's like the people that buy a gym membership and never go. The girl that bought a yoga pack, a 10-pack, and never went. Oops, it happens. You know what I mean? So sometimes they're going to join the business and they're not going to do anything. You might need 10 to have 4 that are doing something, but just start with a laser focused goal of getting 4 during this pre-launch and working with those 4 to get 4, because that is going to open up the compensation plan for you. 4, 4 forevermore. 4, 4 forevermore. That's my little chant about how to be successful in this compensation plan. And it really is as simple as that. The other resource that is great, if you're not part of the VIV updates page, this is the corporate page. You have to search it out and request to be a member. They'll ask you a couple of questions, like how did you hear about it? When I joined, I think there was like 10 people. There is 648 members of this group now. This thing is cruising. This is run by corporate, and this is some great updates right now from corporate. I just want to point out one. We're all welcoming our teammates when they come in, and look at all these responses of people welcoming people. It's a real good team environment. This is Jim Kenny, because he's so great at the compensation plan. He drew out Pacesetter, what it actually looks like to get to Pacesetter. And so you can be on camera. Oh, yeah, I guess you're not. Kind of are. So there she is. There's the beauty. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? There's your 4. If you're, and this is on the VIV updates page. That wasn't just for you. Then you would be helping your 4 get 4. Now again, it's not exact here, because you help this one get 4, maybe they'll get 3. You help this one get 4, maybe they'll get 2 or 3. And then they duplicate down 1 more level. So again, it's not a perfect science, but if in your head you just think 4, 4 forevermore. So you're teaching your 4 how to get 4, and those people should be doing exactly what you did with them, which means you helped this person get their 4. These people should be helping their people. These people should be helping their people get their 4. So if you start ingraining that in your teammates' brains right from the beginning that, hey, I'm here and we got to do this texting and we got to get these appointments because we got to get you 4 teammates as fast as humanly possible because this is going to help launch your business. And so let's go for it. Like, how many people are you committed to contacting every single day right now? Can you do 10 texts a day? I'm telling you. Now, I know, Matt, you might be a little slower. But you can shoot off 10 texts in 15 to 20 minutes a day.
I
You know
sure
what I
can.
mean? I mean, if you just set the time aside and sit down, and maybe you're at lunch, maybe, you know, you have another job. And so I've seen plenty of people who watch. You can eat a sandwich and text. It's amazing. So use the times that you have to be able to do that. So this is a powerful visual. I highly recommend that you all take a picture of this with your screen or your phone and turn this into, print it out and start putting names in here. Start putting names of people that you would want to partner with. Put that up on your desk, put it up on your mirror, put it up somewhere, and start really working this. That's another strategy. You go ahead and now you have a teammate and you say, okay, let's print you off one of these. Who are you thinking you want to partner with? Ideally, if you, out of your network, who are like 4 or 5 people that you can think of that you want to partner with? Because let's start filling their names in here and let's start getting you going. And this is what the entire business is you doing something and then teaching other people how to do it. But you cannot get there unless you're doing the basic building activity of what we're doing right now, which is reaching out to people and on a consistent basis. It's not going to work if you just sit here with me on Saturdays and just do a couple of texts. That's great. And every single person on here should be patting themselves on the back because you're doing things that other people aren't doing. And that's what's going to get you successful. But what I need to truly ingrain in you is this is an activity that needs to be done on a daily basis at short increments to continue the momentum. Because the minute you stop doing this for the whole week, there's going to be radio silence the next week. So the key is to always have yourself some excitement. And it's also for you mentally to feel excited and like there's stuff going on. When there's those long stretches of dead zone, that's not that exciting. You don't feel like anything's going on. So it's up to you to create that. It's called rainmaker activities. You're shaking it up and making some rain. So
Jenna?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
No,
he got back to me from the guy from Florida and said, sure, I'm jammed up the next few days, but I'll make time for a call. My sister and cousins are arriving today and they're staying with me. I get the point. I just don't know how to start a call. What's the introduction? What do I say to them? Help?
Yep. So first of all, book the time to chat. Just say, oh my gosh, totally. What day is good for you? We'll put it on the calendar. So first, just get the appointment, and then once you jump on the phone, I would just start having a conversation to just say, oh my gosh, it's so great to catch up. So tell me, you said you're doing Uber. I see you're doing real estate. How's that going? Tell me about it really quickly. Because again, you're catching up with someone. You're trying to get a little bit of insight into where they are. You can use these questions. How long have you been doing it? How long have you been doing Uber? How is it? Do you like it? Is it cool? Like, what's going on? I would say that. How's real estate?
Mm-hmm.
How's that going for you? Once you get through some of the initial stuff, and again, this is another mistake people make. Talk about the business. I mean, you already set it up in the text that this is sort of a, you're going to be telling them, launching a little bit about a new business. So some people start visiting and it's like now a half hour into the conversation and you still haven't brought up the business and now it's getting weird, And again, I've done all these things, so believe me. I know how this can be. So it's the appropriate amount of like little banter. So how are things? What's been going on with you? Kind of back and forth. And this is, you also use your intuition. You're a personable person, obviously. You can talk to people, smile while you're talking to them, all of those good things. And then just say, hey, listen, so because you're an entrepreneur, obviously you're doing Uber, you're a real estate agent, those are all super self-motivating. I'm launching a business that's kind of similar. It's something people do on the side, utilizing technology. Here's a really good one. here's some verbiage for you guys to use that Ed posted. Again, I find real gems on this Facebook page. Now, I wouldn't recommend this for just a cold invite, like just sending this to somebody without any context, but you might want to use some of these words when you're talking to someone about explaining what it is. I'm trying to find it. And anyway, it talks about that this is an awesome, it's a disruptive technology in the energy industry. We're kind of a company that just makes people's lives better and contributes to social good. And, you know, there's other services like some cool water products. There's some cool lifestyle products that you're already using, like roadside assistance, telemed. If you ever heard of telemed, people could call a doctor 24 hours a day and see him on video and get basic things diagnosed. So I just give them a super brief, like I just touch a couple of points and I say, but what I'm really interested in is the company has a video or our team has a video. It's really short, 15, 20 minutes. You could choose whichever one, you know, again, watch the one so you know which ones you want to send them. Say, could we book another appointment? I don't know if you have time now. If you're near a computer, that would be awesome. If you're not, could we jump on for another 10, 15 minutes and I could just show you that. So the first conversation, because I know you're busy, I'm busy too today. You know, we're both super busy. I actually got a couple more phone calls after this. So again, there's some, you know, art to this, that you're busy, you're not, you know, desperately latching onto one person. And just say, I'd love to have you watch that. Would that be cool?
And
Say,
Jenna,
your opinion on it.
this is Matt. I think it's important, particularly for new people, to realize that there are better and worse things that you can say, and you can say it in different ways, and there are some things that are more effective. But take a breath. Remember, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person or the wrong thing to the right person. Just, if this is somebody who is going to do the business, just relax and just talk to them.
Matt, you are
I love that saying.
a knight in shining armor. You're right. It's not exactly about what you say. You're just giving them a little bit of a version of what it is. The most important part about this step, which is you've texted, they've agreed to talk, is to give it the human connection of, listen, I value your opinion because you're someone who's doing a couple of things that are self-motivating, and I really respect your opinion and love for you to take a look at my new business for me and give me your thoughts and feedback, because you're the kind of person that I would want to partner with. So your opinion matters to me because you're the kind of person I'm looking for. And it might not be for you per se, but you're the person I'm looking for. You're my target audience. So your opinion is going to mean a lot to me. So would you be willing to carve out another 15 minutes with me to jump on the phone while you're near a computer? Or if you have a couple minutes now, we could just do it now. So that's the nature of the conversation that I usually get into with people. And then this is from Ed Kenny. He posted this on the VIV updates page. This is something that he obviously had either talked to somebody before, but he's inviting people to a live meeting. But some of this verbiage is kind of cool. It's totally different from the way I talk, but I like it. And if you like it, there's good nuggets in here. I wanted to invite you to learn more about my new venture. We've been working on launching this company for the past 4 months after our core product has been in beta for the past 2 years, and it's finally happening. Be one of the first people to learn about this very disruptive technology like Uber, Airbnb. That's where I was going with your conversation there, is like, hey, this is similar. It's going to disrupt the energy industry, kind of how Uber disrupted, you know, transportation services. So I'd love your opinion because you're kind of doing that Uber thing, and this is kind of similar in that it's a technology that's going to disrupt the industry. So that's just, I like the disruptive technology like Uber and Airbnb. That's my favorite line out of this whole thing. So again, you know, it's all about finding the ways you feel comfortable talking to someone about it. Just do not spend more than 3 to 4 minutes giving them a little insight into this. If you're talking for more than 2 or 3 minutes on this, you've gone with
phone with them.
Yeah, on the phone with
Okay.
on the phone with them. If you're spending more than like 3 to 4 minutes explaining what the business is, you're spending way too much time. They need to be watching a video, not you telling them about it.
Would you ever send the video and say, watch this at your convenience, I'll follow up with you if they're too busy?
Not really. The only time I would do that is to say, sure, I'm happy to send you that link. What day are you going to watch it? Because we'll set up a phone call for the next day. so that I can catch up with you, because I know how busy life is. Yeah, or let me know when, you know, let's set a time for you to watch it. We don't have to be on the phone, but I'd like to jump on the phone with you right after you watch it, because that's when your thoughts are the freshest and things like that.
Okay, okay.
So it's all about just getting the commitment from them, because, and I've made, to be honest with you, I've been making this mistake all last week, just because I was so busy, I was traveling, that I sent that out to a couple people with that strategy of saying, when are you going to watch it? I'm going to call you right afterwards. And out of 4 of those, 2 of them didn't even get back to me. So it's risky. And I wasn't practicing what I preached. That doesn't mean I can't rescue it. I'm gonna, but now I'm starting all over again. Hey, did you get a chance to watch that video? Now I'm nagging them almost. You know what I mean? And that's just not a good place to be in.
Right.
So it's better to just, while you're live in the moment, make the next little appointment. And if they can't commit to that, just say, listen, I totally understand that life is busy. So I get that, but it's really 15 minutes. And if we could just set up a quick time to do it. If they can't, that's fine. Just say, no problem. I will send you the link. When do you think you could watch it by? Do you think you can watch it by this Thursday? Great. Let's just set up an appointment to talk Friday morning. And
maybe add something like respecting your time and mine.
Yeah, respecting your time and mine. Totally. You know, let's set up a call for, if you think you can watch it by whatever, today's Saturday. Do you think you can watch it by Wednesday? I would only give them like 2 or 3 days. I mean, it's 15 minutes. So,
Right.
you know, if they can't. Sure, Lisa has a question.
And Jenna, quick question. When you refer to the video, are you talking about Rob's keynote presentation under business overview presentation? Is that, do I have the right one?
Yeah, so there's 2 that you can use right now. One is my 15-minute, which is 14 minutes. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Yeah, I have 15-minute one right here. It's literally 15 minutes, so that's nice and quick for someone.
That's the one on YouTube, or is it here on?
Yeah, this is on, yes, mine is on YouTube, on Jenna Emily VIV. Just search that. You could become a subscriber and you'll get, you know, videos. I do also a 35-minute one that is a little bit more, there's more information in it. But again, respecting people's time, you could start with the 15-minute, then you always have something else to send them. Or right here on VIV webinars, it's this one, VIV Social, 21 minutes. This is Rob presenting the same thing. We both present the same thing. It's just we're different people. I'm a woman, he's a man.
Where is that second one? Where is Rob's?
That is on the pre-launch page, the pre-launch, right here under VIV Webinars and Training.
VIV Webinars and Training. Ah, okay.
Yep, and these are all the different ones. This is, and just so you guys know, 7 o'clock every Monday night, corporate hosts a training. These are all the trainings. This is on the Medi-Call product. This is on the Autopilot. This is on Credit Watch. They have a ton of them. This is a comp plan overview that's an hour. I wouldn't recommend sending that to someone. It's a lot of information for them to sit there for, and they're going to think, I don't have time for this. I would keep them short. I would do the 20-minute from Rob or the 15-minute from me, and those are the ones. And watch them both, please. I'm not offended. You might not like my style. I think I cry in one of them. I mean, it's on me, and I get heartfelt. I mean, it's just, I can't be someone else. Rob's probably not going to cry when he gets to one at a time. So, you know, you got to use your intuition about which ones you're feeling drawn to, or you think, you know, and don't get too caught up on what you think someone else would like. That's where people, which tool should I send them? Don't even worry about it. They're going to hear the information, whether it's from me, from Rob. You know, you don't have to just send mine to women and send Rob to men. I mean, just don't even get caught up in that. If you connect to one of them, that's more important. Because you're drawing people to you that are like you. So it's the law of attraction. And I know Lisa had a question, and I want to get back to that, if she remembers what it is.
You know, that's pretty funny, because it was like I had a moment of being scared, like, oh, do I remember? So I'm following up. People have watched the video, some 35-minute. I asked them which one they'd rather have me send them. So some say, you know what, just send me the one said, send me the down and dirty 15 minutes. My time is valuable. No problem. So I've got quite a few people saying that they're interested after they watch the video. and they think they want to do this. Right now, yeah. So now it's like, okay, the close.
The close.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. The close. So what do we need to get you started today? That's it. What information do you need to feel comfortable to get started today? Do you need to meet someone in person? Do you want to go to a live meeting? Would that seal the deal? Do you need more on the comp plan? Or are you ready today? Do you want me to send the form over to you? You know, I mean, it's really just, what do we need to do to get you started?
Well, so the one thing I said to one guy was, on a scale from 1 to 10, how close, something like, how close are you to becoming a consultant? And he said, gee, let me think about that. I'll get back to you Saturday. That was like 3 days ago. Okay. So he was one of my texts today.
No, that's perfect. And it could be something as simple as 1 through 10, question mark, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face. Like, it's just keeping this light, but Lisa, that's an excellent question. Some people are like, yeah, I'm interested. Okay, so what do we need to do to get you there? I have somebody who has the consultant form from like 3 days ago that I thought was going to sign up, and he didn't. And again, my bad for not staying on him a little bit. But again, this is where you've got to just continue to professionally and politely follow up. And I will tell you, if you're getting the vibe at all that you're bothering someone, say it. Say, listen, I don't want to bother you. Is that the case? Because absolutely, no skin off my back. Just let me know. I just want to, you mentioned you're interested. Let them tell, oh my God, no, Jenna, that's not it. I'm so sorry. This week was insane. Keep following up with me. So just don't be afraid to go there and just say, look, the last thing I'm going to do is annoy you. I know you're busy. I don't want to ever be a pest. So please just let me know if that's the case and I'll stop. All right. Look at this. Maurice is cruising. 16 texted, some replies, some not yet. Tuesday, 10 a.m. booked. So he's got like appointments. Guys, this is real. This is happening. It's happening. I hear Lisa's little text going in and out. I know, I haven't done a thing. I am doing terrible right now. Well, I am busy, but a leader only leads where they're willing to go. You guys are making me look bad. Actually, you're making me look wonderful. It's not about me, it's about you guys. So I just start with my A's, and that's how I do. I don't pick and choose, don't prejudge someone. Just start. Some people never got back to me. Literally, there's like 5 people that just went off into cyberspace. Another great one that I've used is someone I haven't talked to in a very long time, that I'm not even sure if it's their number. That's how I open. Hey, I was just going through my phone. I don't even know if this is your number. Is this still a good contact information for you? That's a very easy one to just open up the door a little bit to someone that it might be 5 years and it's like you don't even know where they are or what they're doing. I've gotten one, yeah, Jenna, it's still me. Oh my gosh, so great to hear from you. What's new these days? You know, again, kind of starting that little back and forth is important here. So, I must have made it to the B's last week. That's good.
You have a lot of A's.
I have a lot of A's. I got to be honest with you. And I'm doing a combination of phone and Facebook because I have like 1,000 friends on Facebook, and a bunch of them I don't have their phone numbers for. So let's see, we're getting more live questions or appointments or something happening. Hold on. All right, 11 texts, 2 meetings from Cindy. Good job. Look at you guys. And this is another thing about Saturdays. It's a fantastic way to set up your next week with appointments. Again, don't be surprised. People are going to cancel or they're going to change and you're going to push it back. So overbook yourself. I mean, don't book yourself for the same time, obviously, but, you know, kind of overbook yourself with more than you think you can do because some people are going to cancel. We've got more coming in. Oh, you're welcome, Cindy. I just love having everybody here and getting to see everybody's smiling faces. So how confident are you guys feeling? Are you guys feeling like this is helpful and that this, you know, this is something that we want to continue to do, but also that you really can duplicate this? When you get your 4, get together in a room if you want to, and if you're not all in the same location, get together on a Zoom just like this, and just it could be you and your 4, and you guys are just absolutely, you know, doing this on a regular basis. You don't have to wait till Saturdays. Do it on a Monday night. Do it on a Thursday night. Do it at a lunch hour. Do it whenever you want. Do it 3 times a week with your team. If you need other people, that team approach to kind of motivate yourself to do this, do it as often as you can. Do it with one other person. Get on the phone with your up team. Find somebody that you like in VIV and ask them if they'll be your accountability partner. And 3 times a week you do this together, and the other days you're doing it on your own. Whatever that is, this is the building block of your entire business. And the things you do now can set yourself up for such an incredible future. I feel so blessed that I'm still receiving a residual income from a company that I worked with, that I started almost 9 years ago. Activities I did 9 years ago are still producing income for me month after month. That is crazy. That is the power of what you have in front of you. So on those days when you're just like, oh, I can't do it, do it. Do whatever you need to do. Start smiling. Go in the mirror and start just being silly and get yourself in the mood for it, because it's real. The activities you do now, that little bit of uncomfortability that's like, oh, I haven't really reached out to that person. It feels a tiny bit weird. Get over it. Just do it. Because what the rewards are unbelievable of what you get. I mean, right here on this slide, you know, one life. What? We get one. We got to run towards our wildest dreams so we can live the lives that we've always dreamed of. Look, I'm in sunny paradise with my husband, my awesome aunt, having a blast. Doing work, yes, a couple hours a day, and the rest, I'm living life. And that's what residuals are for. And I want that for every single one of you, and every single one of you watching this. I want that for you, because I think you deserve it.
And to make the world a better place.
And to make the world a better place, one at a time. Because that's what we do, my friends. I wouldn't be sitting here if we didn't, quite honestly. Believe me, I love energy. I need it. I use it. I'm using it right now. I love all the services that we offer, but the fact that 1% of revenue from the entire company goes social good, and that we're going to be doing trips together that go and get our hands dirty and help people around the world, that's why I, every single day, have no problem picking up that phone, because every single person that either joins VIV as a consultant or becomes my customer is going towards that goal of social good. So all day long, I sit here and do this. So we'll spend a couple more minutes with some updates. Keep letting me know, guys, what you're getting for responses so that we could do some live coaching. Other than that, we'll stop in a few minutes.
Wow, been that long, huh?
I know, it goes by so
It's
quick.
when you're having fun.
Time flies when you're having fun. Here's all those resources I mentioned, guys. The VIV pre-launch website, justviv.com. The corporate VIV Facebook. Ask your team if they have a Facebook to join. This is my YouTube. Just search Jenna Emily VIV. You will find it. It's pretty obvious because it's my face. You can subscribe, that, or you don't have to at all, but those are where the videos are that you can use, the 15-minute or the 35. Here is where you can find corporate, 20-minute. And again, there's also live. It also works really well to, here's the calendar of events on the corporate website. Again, right now, it just looks like there's live meetings in person. These are great to get someone to go to. Lisa's been doing excellent at this. She's hosting meetings next Saturday. So she's been sending people the 15-minute to give them an idea of what it is, and then asking if they would like to come to the meeting with her to meet some of these people live. Also, it's not on here yet, but I know that 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Tuesday through Thursday, there are going to be live business overviews. So I'm actually hosting the Tuesday night and the Wednesday night one. It's another great way. I think before we were talking about that, a great way to, like you said, should I just send them the video if they don't have time? Maybe not. A good way to hold them accountable is say, hey, here's a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, 11 a.m. or 8 p.m. Can you make it on any one of those times? That's 6 times for someone to choose from. And just say, I'll jump on whichever one that you can go on, and then we'll just talk real quick afterwards. So that's going to be a combination of corporate, like Rob and myself and the Kenny brothers, Ed, Brendan, Jim, Terry Walker. We're all going to be hosting those socials. So just know you're going to get a live presentation where they can ask questions themselves. So When you send someone a link to a video, that's phenomenal because they can watch it whenever. It's like an on-demand situation. But there's also a power in getting somebody up on, you know, getting them onto a live social where I can say, hey, everybody, oh, I see Joe, welcome, you know, that's powerful too. Let's see, we got something else. Maurice, you are winning the prize. And you should see his face if you guys can see him on video.
I love you, Maurice.
Lisa loves you. This is nuts. My list is almost blown through. 20 plus messages. Woo! Good job. Good job, buddy.
I need a secretary to keep up with these answers.
That's when you take a couple of minutes afterwards. Okay, this is the business, guys. It's not your 15 to 20 minutes, but that's when you take a few minutes. No, you don't want to see my to-do list. I mean, if any of you want to take some tasks, feel free. This is the follow-up. So after today's session, Maurice, you are going to take 20 minutes and you are going to sit there and fill out, I don't care if it's your notebook or a spreadsheet like this, you're going to put the name, the state, if you have a phone number and email, we have a phone number, just texting them. Contacted. So you're going to put sent a text, 33. What? You now follow up could be have an appointment. Da, da, da. You need to fill this out and keep this as a live breathing document as you reach out to people. This is your whole lifeblood.
So that's your.
Oh, this is my whole thing. That's all I keep.
Okay.
Anything more than that to me is too complicated. Like this is just one page where I can, if you're good at Excel, you can actually sort by state. You can sort by, you know, different things, sort by name. So as you get hundreds of people on here, because that's going to happen eventually, you need a way to keep track of all this. So you can search right up here on your spreadsheet. You can search the whole sheet for a name. So let's say you just want to search your friend Jane or something. You type in Jane and that'll pop up. So this is just a living, breathing, tracking spreadsheet. It's very easy. It's Excel. Every computer has it, whether it's a Mac, or Mac has some different version, but if you're on a PC, everybody has Excel. I'm going to be sending this out, if you don't have it, to everyone who participated in this. If you didn't use an email when you registered, I will not have your email, so send me an email. A good email for me is jennaemily111@gmail.com. So that's a good email for me. Jenna Emily, Emily's my middle name, if you haven't guessed. jennaemily111@gmail.com. And you can request this. I will send you, this is obviously fake. I put fake names in here. The first time I did it, it was my real contact list, and I felt kind of bad because I didn't want to put people's real phone numbers up. So this is just kind of fake, but you get the idea. I just showed the business. Yes, we were on the phone together. Follow up. They came to a live meeting with me. Outcome. Became a consultant. Please. Jessica from Mass. I jumped on a Zoom with her. So first I sent her a Facebook. We went back and forth for a few minutes. She agreed to jump on a Zoom with me, so we jumped on a Zoom together. I visited with her, caught up a little bit. She wanted to see a comp plan video. I sent her a comp plan video. She said, you know what, nah, not now. This isn't for me. Timing's not right. I think I want to be a customer. Fantastic. So that was the outcome for now. So this is your breathing document that you're going to look past. You should always have something to do. Every day, you're going to be adding, think about this, every day you should be adding 10 names to that. So look at that. That would be, so Maurice, I mean, and you know what, on the weekends, you should be doing more than that, 30 to 50 texts on the weekends. If you don't have phone numbers for that many people, if you only have 100 people in your phone, now you got to move to something like social media, like Facebook, and follow those tips about inboxing someone. Hey, it's been so long. You know, I see on Facebook that you just took a trip. You know, what are you doing for work these days? Catch up a little bit. Say, hey, I don't even have your phone number, I realize. Would you be willing to jump on the phone with me for a couple of minutes and network about work? I want to hear what you're doing, and I'd love to share with you what I'm doing. You've got to build this list up. Facebook, by the way, also has, if you guys don't know, Facebook has a phone thing where you can talk to people right on Facebook. You don't even have to have their phone numbers. I'll show you. For those of you that don't, or learning technology here. So if you go here, your messages. I'm going to pull up a new message here. I'm going to send it to my mother because I know she's on here.
Hello.
And there is a way. I guess I have to pull up the big one here. Sorry, guys. This is. So I'm actually pulling up Messenger, making a total liar out of me.
No. If you go
It's
to
right
me.
here.
Hi, Donna.
Yeah, right. Start a voice call. So you can actually call someone right from Facebook. So you don't even need to ask for the phone number. Say, hey, would you be willing to jump on a voice call with me? Can we schedule a time when we could jump on for 10 minutes? Or you can start a video chat right in Facebook. So feel free to use that. I think that's a great way where you don't have to try to get, people's phone numbers. That was so cute. Something was just happening that I loved. I think it was a picture of us in Fiji. Nope, wasn't. I just saw a picture of us in Fiji. Somebody else is chatting. Let's see. All right, good job, Cindy. Oh yeah, he's congratulating you for your 2 meetings. Yahoo! So that's a great tip. So guys, if you run through your phone, if you're A to Z, I mean, let's be honest with you. I mean, I don't even know how many contacts I have, but I know it's a lot. If you go all the way to the bottom, it usually tells you. I have hundreds in here. I think I have 600, which actually is not that many, shockingly. Most people have like 1,000 or 2,000. Once I get through my 600, I mean, if I'm doing 10 to 20 a day, I don't know. People good at math, how many days? How many days it takes? A lot. Thank you, Matt. So I'm going to get through those, right? And then, and if you've contacted them previously about an opportunity, it doesn't matter. You're starting from scratch. This is not about
30 days.
Thank you, Maurice.
30 to 60.
Brand new. This is brand new. So you're going to be contacting them about something they've never heard before. Don't let the past dictate your present. The present is a gift. That's why they call it the present. So, you know, don't let the past impact that. Don't worry about that. Let's see what else. So excited for everybody, all of us, because it's a lot. I love starting things. If you haven't noticed, I'm a sucker for good starting something. Do it with excitement. Make sure you're happy. Don't reach out to people when you're in one of those terrible moods where everything is annoying you and you feel grouchy. That's not a good time to reach out. People can sense that kind of thing. And if you're feeling grouchy a lot, then probably do some personal growth and development about the law of attraction, mindset, and leadership. Surround yourself with things that make you feel happy and excited and good and positive. Get around people that make you feel that way. Those are the things that are going to make huge difference for you. Smile when you text. Be in a good mood. Be cheery. Try to bring sunshine and light to people's lives. You know, that's what we're here to do too. Just maybe you talk to somebody and it's terrible timing. You jump on the phone and they just found out that they got bad news about their mother. It's a bad health situation. Well, you're not going to ask them about a business. You're going to be supportive and tell them you're sorry and what can you do to help, and you know, let's talk in a few days when things calm down. Or it's just, you know, we're humans connecting with other beautiful human beings sincerely from our hearts. This is not a tactic to get someone. I mean, that's just not what we're here for. We're genuinely bringing information to people's lives that we think is going to be helpful. And so, you know, again, if you find yourself in a bad mood a lot, that's okay. I've been there at points in my life. Just know that you want to look at that and start reaching out to people to help you feel good and feel lifted up, because we're all a team here. So, and I am basically going to be spending an hour texting after this because I was not texting barely at all during this. But at least I didn't echo the whole time. All right, my friends, I think we are good for today. My meeting is going to cut us off in 2 minutes here because I planned out an hour and a half. But I'm going to be somebody from the team is going to be running these every Saturday. So if you put your email in to the registration, you will go ahead and receive next week's link. I'm going to try to make a link that's the same. I'm going to do a recurring meeting, so you can just sign up for one. So that'll be the next one. I'm going to make it recurring so that if you've signed up for one of these, then you will go ahead and receive the invitation for the rest of them. Just know we're going to do these. It might not be me hosting every week, but we're going to have somebody from the team host weekly and go through these to do this live, and I recommend you do this for yourself. So before we go, are there any final questions, or does anybody want to run past any of their responses with me again on here?
Just thank you, Jenna.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. I love this. Are you kidding me? It was so great. I'll be texting by the pool later.
I didn't need to hear that.
Lucky you.
I'm going to help get you there, and you there, and you there, and you there, and every single one of you that wants to lay by a pool or a beach and text and do the business and live the life that you've always dreamed of. I'm going to help every single one of you, because I can't get to where I was or I'm going to be without a team, because that's how we get there. It's not my effort. It's all of us together, utilizing our strengths, minimizing weaknesses, getting together and helping each other. And that's how I view this. So I'm honored to be a part of this team. I'm so excited for all of us. And hopefully I'll talk to you guys during the week. Obviously, I'm always available. You don't have to wait till Saturdays. If you have a question on a reach out or a response, just let me know. Again, JennaEmily111@gmail.com. I'm always on my phone. And other than that, I will see you guys hopefully next Saturday. And I might be a little more tan. So love you, Mama.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Jenna. Have a great day.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Don't worry, I'm sending sunshine right now.
Yay!
Oh, here we go. We got a couple chats. Thank you. No problem. See you next Saturday. Yes, Lisa, I will send you the spreadsheet.
Oh, me too.
Yep.
If you know my email.
I do. You might have gotten one from last week.
I wasn't on last week, remember? I was ill.
Oh, right. Okay, I got it, Lisa. pergolalisa@gmail.com. Thank you. Yes, text me when you have your Zoom account set up, and we'll do that together.
Thank you.
Awesome, guys. So much. Have a beautiful, blessed day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.